Hi. On October 15th, 2024, I was at the Pioneer Village in Minden, Nebraska. It's a history museum and is a very large complex filled with antiques, vintage buildings that were relocated here, and much more. But I know you car guys like to look at cars, so this is an edited version where I will only show the vintage and classic cars in their collection. I arrived late in the day, so I had to keep moving along in order to video as much as possible. But for you car guys, I hope you will enjoy seeing what has been preserved here in Nebraska at the Pioneer Village Museum. Now there's an old Ford. You don't see that kind of a vehicle very often. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen one like that before. This is a Durye. Apparently is a motorized vehicle. Yeah, there's an engine underneath. I don't know if it's original. But I just started this tour and I'm surprised that a little town in the middle of nowhere of Nebraska has these kinds of antique vehicles. Now I'm looking at this one here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a buggy whip. Now, why would you have a buggy whip with a motorized vehicle? The only thing I can think of is person who made that used a carriage, a horse carriage, and motorized it. Everything's kind of packed in here, and it's a little difficult to get good videos of these. So I think if you are a real antique car enthusiast, you should just come on down here to this museum whenever it's possible. REO? Really? Is this an REO wagon? This is an REO 1905. Maybe I should go down this row backwards. Get better views of the cars here. (1922) Ford. This is quite the collection. I have a very early airplane here. I don't know how original that is. The shield on the radiator here says Am I reading that right? Little? The Little Motor Cargo. Little Motor Car Company, Flint, Michigan. I have never heard of the Little. Here's a Stanley steamer. I've never seen a Stanley steamer before. Here's a 1911 Maxwell. 1917 Chevrolet. I don't think I've ever seen an early Chevrolet. 1910s, 1920s is virtually all Fords. And then you had your peripheral car companies. What is that? A Red Bug, Smith Motor Wheel Speedster. Interesting how you got a little engine here with a wheel that drives the vehicle. So I guess that was a fancy go-kart back in the day. Let's see, this is a 1928 Chevrolet. Here is a Regal. So the vehicles pretty much progress from old to new. So we go down the left side here. You got your older vehicles, and as you come back, you get into the newer vehicles. I'll go down this way backwards. We get better views that way of the cars. So a Spider. And that is an old Buick with a pole blocking the view. Here's an old Continental. Appears to be a 1956. 1921 Oldsmobile. 1937 Accord. There's the shield. You car guys will know what that is. Here's a 1916 Dodge. Kind of an unusual shield on the radiator there. A 1937 Cord. A 1918 Cord. Or, I'm sorry, a 1918 Dodge. A 1929 Lincoln. A 1915 Maxwell. A Purus Arrow. Now this is a 1924 Willys Knight. In 1927. What is this? This is a Mercedes. I don't know how this looks on the video, but this thing is a tank. This thing is huge. A 1915 Moon. What is a Moon? Moon cars. That's a new one for me. A 1912 Overland. I want to reach over and honk the horn there. Think they'll throw me out if I honk the horn? We're not going to find out. Here is a Rolls Royce. I can't see what year this is. But here's the engine. Okay, what is this? This is a 1912 Overland. A 1924 Meteor. 1917 Studebaker. A 1920 Buick. A Case, 1918 Case. It would be fun to own one of these cars. Drive it around town on the weekends. Here is a horse-drawn hearse. A hearse will be the last ride all of us will get. 1919 Stevens. A Saxon. 1914 Saxon. A 1915 Woods. This is an electric vehicle. 1915 electric. 1899 steamer. (1918) Franklin. Kind of looks like it was hand painted. Oh, I've seen these in videos. This is one of those cars that also can go on water. So what was this? This is a Amphicar, 1967. This, the only Amphicar car ever built for private use, was designed by Hans Trippel in Germany in 1961. 4-cylinder Triumph motor mounted in the rear. 2 propellers for water cruising are mounted under the back seat, driven by a spiral gear. Top speed on land is 68 miles per hour. On water, 6.5 knots. An Amphicar crossed the English Channel from France to England in 1962. Was made by the Deutsche Industrial Works of Berlin. Maybe a fun idea, but how many people actually need to drive on land and water. And I think one of the reasons why they never were that popular is because I don't think they were that seaworthy in rough water. Well, as I continue on in Pioneer Village, I've been here for a while now, and this is just unbelievable. There's too much to do it justice, unless you guys want to watch a 3-hour video. But this section is old trucks. So I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough here, partly because I'm getting really low on my video battery again, and because I'm running out of time. This place closes at 4 o'clock, and it's about 3:30. I still have a lot of ground to cover and photography to do. But I really enjoy looking at these old vehicles. I just wished they weren't so compact together so that I could photograph them in a way that would do them justice. But at the very least, for YouTube, you can get an idea of what's here, and if it works out for you, you can come visit the Pioneer Village on your own. That's one of the good things about YouTube, is you can go look at places and say, yeah, I really want to go there, or no, I don't need to go see that place. And I really doubt I haven't looked yet, but I doubt if there's any real videos on Pioneer Village. It's such an obscure place out in the middle of nowhere. But when I was setting up my road trip, I found this place on the internet and just had to come take a look. So I'll get a look at the backs of the trucks here. We'll just go down the line really quick. But again, this place is just crazy. One thing I'm realizing too is that the condition of these vehicles, they are solid. Now, I don't know how much of these have been maybe refurbished or not. Like this truck here, it's got a paint job that's obviously not original. I don't know if that hurts or harms its aesthetic value. Same with this truck here, this bed here. I'm sure this bed is not original. But the fact that they are on display and exist for transportation enthusiasts, you got to come check this place out. Okay, here we go. Now this place closes in 20 minutes, so I'm going to do a fairly quick walkthrough here. Just give you guys an idea of what there is here. And there's also a second floor, so I got to go up there yet. This is a 1951 Studebaker Champion. It's too bad they have this railing and plexiglass in front here. It makes it hard to get good views of the cars. 1965 Buick Skylark. A nice old Chevy truck. 1941. 1973 Lincoln Continental. 1980 Cadillac. Got some people coming in here, so I might be hearing them, and I might have to talk a little quiet. Let's see what we got. A Chevy here, 62 Chevy Impala. A 1950 Chevy Deluxe Sport Coupe. And it has an Anna air conditioner. Volkswagen Beetle. 1983 Oldsmobile Regency. 1955 Packard Clipper Custom. It's got like a little ship's wheel on the front grille here.
Look at his CD hand.
1949 Kaiser.
I've never even heard 75 Chevy. Oh my gosh.
See, a 1970 Chevy truck. A 1957 Chevy Model 110. Okay, here's Vega. 1974. I used to drive a 1976 Astor, which was the Pontiac version of the Vega. Actually was a very good car. I mean, it was a good car when they stopped making the aluminum engines. And they just had an announcement on the speaker saying that they're closing. So I'm going to get kicked out of here in a little bit. So I'm going to walk down the line here and then quick run upstairs and just keep filming until they kick me out. Here's an old one, and if you look in the window there, it has an add-on air conditioner also. Okay, that's it for the bottom floor. Let's run up to the top floor, see what I can video before they kick me out. Oh, Willys. I believe it's a 1952 Willys. This is a 1952 Vagabond. An 1952 Allstate. There must be a slip. I'm going to video the sign here and try to look that up later on the internet. A Kaiser sedan. Here's another Kaiser. Yet another Kaiser. Essex Motors. Another Essex. Yeah, unfortunately, I got here at about going on 2 o'clock, so I've been here for over 2 hours. And had I known it was going to be this extensive of a collection, I would have tried to get here sooner. An old Clipper. Let's see, what is this? This is a Packard. I'm sure you car guys recognize that right off. But I've been on a road trip. Take a look at the engine here. I've been on a road trip doing photography, doing a number of different things. So it's fun taking time out to do these videos for you car guys. This is a 1929 Roosevelt. I have something like 5 minutes left, and then they're gonna throw me out. But as I was saying, I'm on an extensive road trip. I'm going to be doing a lot of different kinds of things and sightseeing. I think you guys can kind of tell that from my channel. I just have fun traveling, doing photography. But I love to look at old cars. And when I get a chance to photograph them, that's always fun for me. So while my channel is doesn't really I guess you could say my channel just specializes in my travels and of course where my camera takes me. The next stop from here, I will be exploring some ghost towns. Hopefully those videos will be appearing at some point. You know, you do your research on the internet and think you found a good site and you get there and there might not be much there. Then you come to places like this, you think it's just a fun little side attraction, but it's just unbelievable what all is here. So what I'll probably end up doing is splitting the video up, making a car video of Pioneer Village. And then another video of all the other antiques and displays they have here. So I think that's about it. They're going to kick me out. I better head on out to the exit. And I'll be going up the road. seeing where my camera takes me next. They have even more antique cars here. The place is now closed. So just a quick little pan. Unfortunately, I got to move on down the road. They're going to kick me out. I'm going to quick run up the stairs here, see what else there is to see. So here we have more antique cars, vintage vehicles, classics, and then we have bicycles and motorcycles. So there you go. I could probably make a 5-hour video of this place and drive all you people crazy. But I've turned into a pumpkin. Time to go. And that's about it. Pioneer Village in Minden, Nebraska. Check it out. Make sure you stop by if you're going through an I-80. It's a number of miles south of I-80. But it's well worth your time to be here.